Hello and welcome back to my channel. As you can hopefully tell by the title and the thumbnail of this video, today I am filming a very highly requested video. Today I will be putting to the test the Rare Beauty makeup line, and I couldn't be more excited because I really like Selena Gomez. She is just absolutely stunning. Since I've watched Wizards of Beverly Place, I've just fell in love with her. I'm a big fan. I love her music. She's beautiful and it's just everything about her. She's a sweetheart and I want to support and I want to make this video. Can you tell I'm excited? If you're interested in my review of the Rare Beauty makeup line, then all you have to do is keep on watching. Just like any other product review videos, I'm on the Rare Beauty website and the first thing I see is the beautiful Selena Gomez promoting the mascara. I don't have the mascara purely because I bought these products like a month ago or even 6 weeks ago, and this product wasn't out yet, but I still have 10 products today, so plenty to go off. The products I got are Always an Optimist 4-in-1 face mist. I got the Blot and Glow Powder and Puff refill. I didn't want to buy the whole compact. I got the Liquid Touch brush. I also got the Soft Pinch Matte Liquid Blush in Love because every other shade was sold out. I got the Stay Vulnerable Liquid Eyeshadow in Nearly Neutral. I got the Perfect Strokes Matte Liquid Liner in black. I got the Brow Harmony Pencil and Gel in Warm Brown. And I of course got the Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation and the Liquid Touch Concealer. And last but not least, I got the Lip Soufflé Matte Lip Cream in Inspire, a beautiful red shade. Let's get started. I'm going to start off with the foundation. The idea is that this is very everyday, very quick sort of makeup that you can just throw on, and I can see that with the products that she has come out with. Almost everything is cream, which is absolutely great. I love working with creams. They, despite my oily skin, they last a long time. If you set everything or if it dries down reasonably soft matte finish, it lasts a long time. So I'm going to start off with the foundation. It is called Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation. I love the packaging of these products. They are super simple but very nice. The one thing I don't like about the foundation is that it does come with a doe foot applicator. I don't like those. It's very unhygienic, but no one else is going to use this apart from me. So let's give it a shake. This is an innovative, long-lasting foundation that combines the weightlessness feel of a serum with a buildable medium coverage for a truly breathable, layerable wear. Whew! I also got the foundation brush and it looks and feels very nice. I'm looking forward to trying it out. So let's do it. I'm going to get my foundation. I'm going to give it a shake. A really good shake, because since it is a serum foundation, it needs to be stirred really well. Okay. It says 1 dot, so I'm going to do like a little swipe. And let's see if this is enough for my whole face. I'm going to start off with the brush because, you know, they've designed a brush for this. So they clearly sort of want you to use it. Let's see. I already am really pleased with it. I was scared that there was going to be like no coverage, but it's actually really nice. Okay, this is one side of my face with one thin layer of the foundation on in comparison to my bare face. It looks promising. I don't mind the shade. It is a little bit dark, but I can just about get away with it. It's so sheer that it blends blends. It's so sheer that it blends in nicely. I will try and build the coverage that I already have. However, I am going to try out a sponge on the other side. I usually prefer sponges, but because this is a serum sort of based foundation, it might soak into the sponge a lot faster, and that's why they don't recommend using a sponge, I think. We shall see. And this time around, I'm taking my doe foot applicator and I'm doing like an actual application. It looks nice, but it shears it out even more, and there's no need for that. I mean, if you're not a person that wears a lot of makeup, then maybe you would like that, but why waste product? You might as well just use a very light hand, very little amount, and really buff it in. And this is the other side of my face with one layer of the foundation on in comparison to my bare face. I actually really like that. It does have a very sort of almost dewy finish to me, but it's actually really nice. I will try and build it, so I'm taking another application's worth and I'm going to put it on my problematic areas. I need a little bit more here because it almost all disappeared due to the sponge. The brush is definitely better. It gives you a little bit more coverage and it doesn't eat up your product. This brush as well, I really like the shape of it, the angle of it and how dense it is. It's actually really nice. The second thing I'm going to use is the blush because my foundation is still a little bit wet. The idea is that it's going to melt and they're going to create like this flawless blend. The shade I got was Love because like I mentioned, it was sold out. Every other shade that was available on the Polish Sephora was sold out. The blush is described as a weightless, long-lasting liquid blush that blends and builds beautifully for a soft, healthy flush. Just to see what it can do, I'm going to wipe the wand a little bit and I'm going to put 2 dots on there. Let's see what this looks like. I'm kind of blending it in as if it was like blended into my bronzer, which I don't have at the moment. Very red shade for me. I don't usually go for these kind of tones. I usually prefer more of like an orangey sort of shade. It looks very nice. It's sort of settling into my textured skin, which is something I don't like, obviously. It's not smoothing my pores as much as the foundation. I like the shade of the blush, but it's very unlikely that I will pick it up on my day-to-day basis and sort of put this on instead of the shades that I love from Made by Mitchell brand. But as you can see, I have a very natural flush tone. Dare I say, I don't need any bronzer, which hurts to say because I love bronzer so much, but I'm going to move on. It's time for concealer, and I'm a little bit scared because the colour of the concealer I got is so pale in comparison to the foundation. I got the 180W, which is weird because I don't think it's that much lower than 210 neutral. 180, 210, that's only like 30 and they go up in tens, but that is very light, so I'm going to go in very sparingly. I will use this foundation brush first on one side of my face. I'm going to drag it on top of my lid, but only a very thin amount, sort of like the residue, Okay, okay. I can definitely see a lot of people liking this. Let's try a sponge on the other side. I don't think the concealer gets soaked in as much as the foundation, but it has given me even less coverage, I feel like. I can still see sort of like that blue hue. Let's see. Can I build it? That is the question. I really like the applicator. It's nice and pointy. The one thing I can feel straight away is that this concealer will crease. It's not drying down. It's very sort of oily feeling around the eye. So powder is in order. I don't mind that blush, you know. Like a very natural day, maybe. The last thing before I powder is to try out the liquid eyeshadow. I actually really wanted this shade and it was one of the last ones available. This is described as a quick and easy eyeshadow that goes from liquid to powder in seconds for a soft, seamless wash of colour that lasts. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to prepare a fluffy brush and I'm going to go straight in on my very creased lid. As you can see, that concealer is very oily almost, and it definitely doesn't set. So let's put this on. I'm going to dab it in the middle and dab, dab, dab this eyeshadow in. Just kind of blending it all over my mobile lid. This is gonna give me like proper beginning of 2000s sort of look, very sort of grungy, everyday. Love that already. Super quick, super easy, almost smoky, and I really like that shade. That's super, super nice. Let's see if it creases. I'm going to put a tiny little bit on my lower lid as well. Oh, that concealer. Whoo! That concealer has creased like no other. But you can definitely tell, you can definitely feel that. If you are the type of person that likes really hydrating, very dewy almost under eye, because you've got dry under eye, then maybe you would like this. And finally, it is time to powder, because I do feel a little bit too dewy in the center of my face. I did get the Blot and Glow powder in a puff refill. I didn't get the whole compact because I knew this was going to be for a test, and I didn't like the whole idea. To me, having a powder in a puff is a little strange, because how am I meant to know there is powder in this puff? You can definitely tell, but oh, and it's glowy as well. Everything glowy, really? Let's see. Again, very unhygienic, because you can't even wash it in between, because it has the product inside. Not really the product for me. I don't know, I'm on a fence with it, because I actually don't mind the product. It's nice that it mattified me down, but it's not flat and it doesn't look cakey. It looks very, very natural. This would be a perfect under eye setting powder, but I don't have any control with it. I hate that it's in there, you know, in the powder puff. You don't know how much product you have, how much you're using, and I don't even like the idea of this. I just bought it because I wanted to set my face. I knew I would want to set my face, I definitely need to do my brows because they have a little bit of foundation on them. They are out of place and they just need a little bit of love. So let's try out the Brow Harmony crayon and gel in warm brown. I'm only hoping this isn't like straight up red because I just tried to fix that. It's a very standard sort of tear-shaped pencil on one side and a very thin brow gel on the other. I don't mind that actually. Let's see, I'm going to start off with the brow gel first. It's a little bit warm, not like crazy gingery warm, nothing wrong with gingers, but I'm not ginger, I don't need that amount of warmth. I don't mind that actually. I don't think it's like glue in your brows sort of gel. It's just so you can give your brows a little bit of tint, which is not something I'm interested in. I need more sort of hold rather than tint, but the pencil is very warm. You can definitely see like my brow here at the front where I didn't put as much gel on and I haven't even put the pencil on. It's a lot cooler than the tail of my brow. I'm not sure if this is going to be my go-to. The stiffness of the brush, not bad. It doesn't distribute too much product on there, so it's not too soft. I have gone down it a lot so far. It could be just a little bit stiffer, but on the other hand, you don't want to be scratching your face, so I don't mind it. I think it's a decent hardness. Now a product I'm super excited for, the eyeliner. I haven't had a liner in a very long time and Selena is known for her liner, so I'm really hoping this is a good product. It has a reasonably thick tip and it is one of those in a pen sort of situations. It does have a rattly noise, it does make a rattly noise, so I'm going to give it a shake just in case it needs it. And let's try it. How am I doing with this eyeshadow? It is collecting in my crease just ever so slightly, but I think that might be because I have that concealer under there. So far I still think the liquid eyeshadow is the best product. Let's see, let's give this a try. Okay, you can tell it's new. It's making nice crisp lines and it has a nice tip, even though it seems quite thick. It's actually making nice thin lines. Really easy, nice and wet enough, but not like it's not runny. It makes a beautiful crisp line. That liner is a hit so far. It didn't leak, it didn't go everywhere. It looks very nice and crisp. I did have control. It didn't feel like that tip was too thick. It has a lovely point. I love it so far. The eye products, amazing. Right, let me put some mascara on because I look a little bit weird. The last and final product is the Lip Souffle Matte Lip Cream in Inspire. I love how she changed up the packaging for this, and I'm looking forward to trying out this lip colour. I love me a red and I'm hoping it's nice. Alright you guys, so here it is. This is the final look I created with the rare beauty products that I own. I love the red lip. I really like the liner, but if I'm being completely honest, I really hoped that I was going to look a lot better at the end of this. If I look up closely, the blush has definitely settled into my skin texture on my cheeks. I don't mind the brows, however they are quite warm, and it might be my fault. I did get the shade called warm brown because I do think that my hair in general is warm toned rather than like sort of greyish. I did like the liquid eyeshadow at the beginning, but it's shearing out, and what I didn't notice at first is that it has gold specks in it. This said it was going to be matte. What I don't like as a whole in this whole brand, speaking of which, I forgot to use the mist, which has oil settled at the top, and for my oily skin I don't think this will be a good thing. I do like the mist. The mist is really nice. I look even shinier, which I expected. I look straight up oily in the center of my face, even though I did use that powder. Let me just go through the products because I am almost heartbroken with the amount of disappointment that I feel right now. So let's start off with the foundation. The foundation is not the worst thing out of this collection. I just feel like it could be a little bit more matte for my liking. But it's actually not that bad. It did have like this medium coverage. I will do a check-in a little bit further on within the day just to see how long it actually lasts on my skin, but I don't have high hopes because I just didn't have the product to set it with. I might set it with my regular Laura Mercier powder just to see whether, just to give it a fair shot. I don't think it's that bad. I just don't think it's worth the money. If you want something that has medium to buildable coverage, that has almost a glowy finish, like a skin-like finish, just go for L'Oreal Fresh Wear. The next thing I've tried was the blush. I don't actually mind the colour that much. I just think it's a little bit too red for me, and I don't like that it's settled into my texture. I have acne prone skin, I have old scars from my acne, and I can definitely see the pigment is kind of stuck in all of these little tiny holes. The concealer, this is way too glowy for my liking. I like almost a full coverage concealer, or at least a high coverage concealer that sets by itself. This creased, it's all creased up down here. Maybe for someone that would just wear this or needs that amount of hydration under the eye, then maybe, but it's definitely not for me. Let's sort of break the pattern up. I really like this brush. It's nice and dense, but it's not like a brick when you're stamping your product in. It's very nice. It's super soft. I love the shape of it. They have definitely worked on that, and it's just really nice for both the foundation, the blush, the just anything, the concealer. It worked really nicely. I can definitely see it being used as like an under eye setter as well, because it's nice and flat but not flat. It's really nice, and it's definitely worth the money. The liquid eyeshadow, I'm definitely going to have to try it out off camera as well, because initially I absolutely loved it, and I still think it's a good product. The idea is definitely there. I just need to see what to do with it, how to work with it, because I did have that tiny little bit of concealer on my top lid and it creased. The one thing I don't like about it, and I'm sure it'll still remain even if I don't have anything on the lid, is the fact that it has like the tiniest little bit of sheen. It has tiny little golden specks and it does claim to be matte. If something's matte, it has to stay matte, because all in all, this whole collection, it has so much glitter particles, so much particles that are meant to reflect light and make you look glowy. Not everyone's into that. I'm not completely into that. I love when things look natural, but everything glowy is a little bit much, you know? The liner, as mentioned, and I did say it over and over again, I absolutely love. This is probably the only product that I'm 100% in love with and really happy that I bought, and I will definitely use it on my day-to-day basis. I'm actually putting it in my everyday pot. The mist is a pass for me. I have oily skin. I don't need anything to make me super glowy. Maybe I will use this up on the days where I feel like I've over powdered, but it's a pass from me. I love the mister. It's nice and light, nice and airy. It doesn't distribute like a stream. Therefore, I will definitely reuse this bottle. And the lipstick, I love the colour of this red. It's a perfect orangey red that doesn't make your teeth too yellow. It's a right balance between a cool tone and a warm toned red. It's quite sheer when you initially put it on. I had to dip my sort of applicator in 3 times to get the full opacity. I know I have big lips, so it's a little bit harder to judge that, the amount of product that you're going to be using. But I did end up with a nice opaque, even application. I really like the comfort of it. It is very soft and squishy almost, which unfortunately does not give you nice crisp lines. You might need a lip liner with this, but all in all, I actually really like this. Okay, I think that's everything. I babbled on a long time. I do apologise if this video is very long, but I did want to be thorough. I'm mostly disappointed with the line, with the products that I got, but I'm not going to be too negative. I'm going to get on with my day and make it a brilliant one. I highly recommend you do the same. But for now, thank you so much for watching. You are the best, and I hope to see you next time. This is what my face looks like after I've powdered it down with my Laura Mercier. All in all, I don't look bad. However, did I pay £200 to not look bad? I wanted to look flawless and I didn't achieve it. Alright you guys, it's been 6 hours. I'm in my sister's empty room. She went to uni anyway, and this is what my face looks like. I wasn't careful or anything. I was, you know, touching my face like I always would. I wasn't, you know, paying too much attention to my face, and you can definitely tell this foundation has gone patchy. It hasn't stayed on my skin. I still want to give it a proper try. Let me know down in the comments below if you would be interested in a whole, you know, like a full day wear test like I always do with regular check-ins, because yes, it does look a mess right now, but I did sort of like it initially. I just think that the blush kind of broke down the foundation, and I would just do a couple of different things with it. So, I don't know. I'm a little bit on the fence with it. I just know for sure that this is not worth the money. And I'm quite disappointed with it. So that's that on that. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. You are the best.